Welcome back to our podcast with the experts of AIX. Today I'm here with Robin. Robin, I'm very happy to have you here. Please give a short introduction about yourself, what you are doing, where you are coming from, and most importantly, how you found your way into this amazing topic of AI.
Sure. Hello, everybody. My name is Revon Harbort. I'm the manager of AI for the consulting company of Revon. We are a Germany-based consulting firm for all IT topics, and I'm responsible for all kinds of AI and AI projects. I'm doing this now since more than 1 year, 1.5 years now. Before that, I was in the Microsoft 365 area, in the consulting there. And as Microsoft is a big player in the AI topic, I saw really early the potential of AI. And as more and more customers ask for advice in AI, I switched or I merged from M365 to AI. And this year I fully focused on AI and do no more M365 actually.
Amazing. And what is the typical customer you are working for? How does this look like? What is the status quo you find at the customer side, and what is the project you are doing there?
Most of our customers are the IT departments of bigger German companies. So let's say 100 employees plus at least, but there are also big concerns we are working with. Most of them now do their first AI projects. So they want to have their first AI tools in use. A lot of the times it's about awareness, about getting used to working with AI. And most of the projects are either some kind of chatbots, really popular at the moment, intelligent automation. So the combination of AI and automation software, and of course, all kinds of co-pilots, either for text, code, images. We know them all. So those three kinds of projects are the most popular at the moment.
So it is pretty technical projects, yeah, so that you are basically helping the IT departments to implement chatbots, AI technology, and so on. So it is less that you are teaching the employees to use AI. It is more from the technical side to implement it, yeah?
Both. So the teaching is also part of the adoption, I think. The degree of technical it's depending if you make the tool or buy the tool. If you buy it, you just have to analyze the market. You need to know the tools available and what they can do and what you can't do with them. But if you want to make your own tools, then it gets really technical because then you have to code. You need to have your IT department ready. You need to have AI experts for this. Nevertheless, if you then implement the tool, teaching and getting the people used to AI is also part of our journey. So we want to cover everything from awareness to implementation, and then also the workshops with the users and the IT professionals.
How big is Revon in the moment? How many colleagues you have?
About 40 to 50 consultants and technical experts.
So it's already a pretty big company, and they are all taking care of AI, or that's also the Microsoft 360?
It's all kind of IT with different areas of expertise. It's cloud, M365, AI, automation, security, sustainable IT. So the big areas of interest in IT. So those 40 to 50 are all over IT, not only AI.
And how many are specialized on AI now?
I would say I work with like 5 colleagues, often together in AI topics. And then for the technical solutions, so the software, we work with partner companies who then provide additional staff or technology. Because we don't have our own software development. We all work with partners. There are really good AI solutions on the market and we use them. So if we would also count them, the number would increase. But internally, we have like 5 people. We often collaborate in AI projects.
Mm. And if you are working for, let's say, not the huge enterprises, but let's say a typical mid-sized company,
Mhm.
does this company needs any specialized AI solutions, or they can use the AI solutions which are on the market?
Most of the times they think they need specialized custom solutions, but
Uh-huh.
often we are wise to do evergreening, so to
Mm,
use software as it is, um, because they are so good. And also, the AI market is such a fast-paced environment that it's
mm,
hard to develop something by yourself or individualize because the market is just too fast. There's a new update, there are new tools coming out.
mm,
So
mm,
we suggest to use out-of-the-box tools and to focus on those use cases you can do with out-of-the-box tools and not do those use cases which are really tricky where you need to implement and customize a lot because this costs a lot of money and time.
mm. Agree, agree. And there are, as you've already said, there are thousands, 10,000s, I don't know, 100,000s of AI tools already on the market.
Absolutely.
Do you need them all? I mean, for sure you don't need them all, but is it possible to do everything with the tools like ChatGPT or Gemini, or do you need specialized tools for certain areas?
I would say there are a lot of public tools out there which you need to have your guidelines set and people can use them. It's like with a search machine, yeah. People should be free if they use Google or Bing or something else.
Uh,
Um, but for corporate use cases, you should focus on corporate AI solutions. And
mm,
also there you have millions, and you don't need them all. You need to set your strategy and based on this, make a software decision. If you
mm,
have a software decision set, then you're good to go. And if you have done it right, you're also in no trouble if there's a new AI tool coming up because you have everything in place. So it's important to have a lot of knowledge when choosing the tool, because if you make a wrong software decision, you need to migrate really
mm.
early.
Mm, absolutely. If you see the different departments of a company, like accounting, sales, marketing, procurement, controlling, and so on, which of the departments you think is the front runner when it comes to AI, or where in your job, for which departments you work the most?
Well, actually, I think it's the IT itself because they are
Mm,
the closest to the technology. But actually, HR is pretty straightforward because they work a lot with text, with
mhm,
unstructured text data. And this data is really easy to be processed by large language models.
mm,
Um, and a lot of back office processes, and I would say marketing, because there you also have a lot of text.
mm,
So if we're talking about generative AI, then marketing and HR
mm,
and IT.
mm. Okay. What do you think are the biggest barriers for companies to implement AI? Because we are doing also questionnaires with companies, and only approximately 30% of the companies in the moment are using or implementing any kind of AI, and 70% are still standing aside. So, according to you,
Mhm.
what is the reason that so many companies are struggling or not implementing AI in the moment?
I think it's the lack of knowledge about what tools to use, what is AI. I think it's really
Mm,
basic things, especially in Germany. If you're not certain about something, or if you don't have enough knowledge, then you're kind of scared of the technology. Um,
mhm,
um, so I think it really helps to do workshops about awareness and to teach the professionals and the user what is possible with AI, and then to do just at least one AI project. It can be a small project, but do your
mhm,
first project. This kind of doing mentality is really missing.
mm, mm,
And I would encourage to experiment with at least one project per department. If it fails, if it's not a fit, then you need to continue, need to go on. But I think if doing a first project, you really gain a lot of experience, and this experience is really valuable at the moment.
Mm, mm. What about the data topic? I think most companies are somehow afraid that their data gets lost or everyone can see it or that AI is stealing the data or whatever. How
Mhm.
do you react to those fears?
I think it's, for example, the same as with cloud a few years ago. You need to have experts in your team who know the tools that you. It's again the same thing. If you choose the right tool, a safe tool, then you don't have to worry about it. And I think it's really important that the department and the IT have a good collaboration, because in
Mm,
the end, the department is setting the requirements of the tool, and the IT is responsible for the safe and secure doing. So a
mhm,
close collaboration between between IT and the department is important, and which suggests to have like a small task force in between, like an AI task force, which communicates with both parties and ensures a close collaboration. And then the security topic is really easy to handle, because you have security experts in your team, and there are tools out there which are data secure. And also, as we see that the AI companies are focusing more and more on security, because they
mm,
see the need within their customer segment.
mm. So now let's imagine a small company or a
Mhm.
company which doesn't have a big IT department. If you take the big companies, they have, of course, information officers and everything in the IT. But let's take, for example, a consulting company. Consulting companies normally don't have big IT
Mhm.
departments, but they have a lot of data from their customers. So if they would like to use AI tools to analyze the data or do whatever with it, and then they are not fully protected. So how can companies without a great IT infrastructure also make sure that the data they are using is not misused?
I would focus on software as a service tools,
Mm,
which are from companies from your country, because then
mhm,
the hosting of the data is done with your country. Then most of the things are already quite good. And then that at least one person is focusing or calling the company, and collaborate with the software as a service tool you want to use, and ask them about
mhm,
certificates
mhm.
or about
Okay.
where the data is stored, how the training of the AI is done. So I would contact them and try to build a partnership with your software as a service tool you want to use, because the company will give you the answers. And if the company will not give you the answers, you know that's not the right tool for you.
Mhm. Okay. Great advice. You are having a course about Microsoft Copilot on our AIX platform. Can you say a few words about this course? Who is the right audience for this course? And most importantly, what are we going to learn
Mhm.
when we watch this course?
I think the course is great for everybody who is who maybe wants to implement Copilot but is not really sure yet, and wants to have an honest opinion if Copilot is worth the time, money, and efforts.
Mhm,
And so the course will cover a lot about this. And at the end of the course, you will quickly learn how to implement Copilot. So first, you
mhm,
will learn Copilot, basically yes or no, and in the end, if yes, how to implement. And we really give an honest opinion. Um, I can say that not 100% of all users should have Copilot. So the course will
mhm,
go in detail, who is the right internal target group for Copilot. And you will
mhm,
also learn what are the possibilities, what are the differences to other tools also called Copilot. So it's really like a 360-degree view in a short amount of time, because we all have too less time.
mhm. Perfect. Looking forward to see this. So I don't ask too many questions about this course now because otherwise no one wants to see it anymore. But I'm really, but I'm really, really looking forward to see this course. Um, One question from my side. I like use cases of AI. And I always ask all the experts I'm talking with, what are their personal best use cases. So if you think about how you are using personally AI, ChatGPT, or whatever tool, what are the use or the one use case or two use cases which you really like that probably not everyone in this world knows?
Like first, it's not a personal use case, but a corporate use case I really
Hmm.
like is to fully automate the reporting of a company which needs to be done. So either it can be like the financial results or sustainability reporting, all kind of this stuff can be
Hmm.
really be more efficient with AI. You just need to input all kind of text data you have. You have a template, your corporate template, and the AI fills this template with your data. I think this is like an unseen use case, especially for sustainability reporting,
Hmm.
because
Hmm.
you need to report more and more um,
That's true.
in regards of sustainability.
It saves a lot of
And
time.
yeah, absolutely. And a personal use case, it's an obvious one, but to have a meeting assistant in all of your
Hmm.
meetings, either if you're
Yes.
using Zoom, Teams, or so on, just have like your virtual assistant who takes minutes of meetings, who reminds you of to-dos, who makes you a summary, minutes of meeting notes. I think this is really important because I think a lot of data is lost in our meetings. We talk
Yes.
about it, but we don't save the information and then it's gone.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. And very few people are still doing this.
Absolutely.
Yeah. 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 I agree. When was the point in time, if you look back the last months or years, when you discovered for yourself that AI is really, or when I mean this wow moment where you said, "Wow, AI is really a transformative technology, and this will change the way how I'm working, how I'm living." Did you have this moment? Can you remember this?
Oh, it's the absolutely most obvious answer. It's the release of ChatGPT, right? I was actually part of some beta tests. There was a
Uh-huh.
possibility to sign up for the ChatGPT beta. It was quickly before the release in November of 2022,
Uh-huh.
and first, I really thought it's not possible that you can speak with a computer in natural language. And I tried to find the bug, the error. I thought it's just a rule-based AI chatbot or chatbot, not an AI chatbot. And then I realized, oh, this is a new kind of technology.
Uh-huh.
And then I think we all played around with this tool, and then our minds just blowed. What are the possibilities now?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. What would be your advice to people who are not as developed as you, who are probably just starting their first steps into artificial intelligence, who are not even using ChatGPT yet, or especially if you look at companies who want to start using AI? What would be your advice to those people or to those companies how they can successfully go their first steps?
I think for both, it's to experiment around while doing it. So actually use tools and use AI, and always think critically about your own to-dos, your own task you are doing, and think if an AI could maybe do it. So always
Uh-huh.
think, can I outsource this to AI? And if you maybe
Mm,
think yes, then look online for solutions. So I think
mm,
always be really critical and think about it if you can outsource it. And
mm,
this can be in your personal life. If you need to write a letter to your insurance, for example, uh, AI can do this, right? And I think
mm,
if you make those positive experience, when you see that AI can really have a value for you or your company, then you just get interested, you get more and more interested, and then it's you're just in the flow.
mm. Great advice. How do you see the future? If you look 3 years or 5 years ahead, I think the last 1.5 years since the release of ChatGPT were amazing, mind blowing. If I see what OpenAI is announcing, what's going to come in the next weeks or months. So how do you see what's going to happen in the next 3 to 5 years?
Um, I think I'm at the point where I can say you can't predict 5 years in the future if you only focus on AI. It's really, really hard. It's hard to plan 1 year ahead. So I would say you always need to learn. This is really important, and as a company to be flexible, because at the moment you can't commit to a 5 year tool strategy in AI. That's not possible. So always build your AI tools and your projects on flexibility and focus on those use cases which have a positive return on investment in a short amount of time. So if you need to choose between a small project which is profitable after 3 months or a big project with a big potential of high returns, but in 4 years, for example, I would focus on the small tools because there's so much uncertainty and you don't know how the AI space will look in 4 years.
Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. One last question. If you see companies, so a lot of companies, as we heard, I have not implemented AI yet. What will happen to those companies which are not implementing AI yet? Those who are resisting, who are not doing this, do you think they will survive or will they all fail?
I think they will not all fail, but they will have a hard life, I would say. Of course, companies can also fail if they do the wrong AI project. I think this is also possible. Um, but there will be competitive advantages for those companies who are early adopters of AI, especially in Germany with a big labor shortage, more and more people getting older, the workforce is decreasing, and I think companies will have struggled to find new employees, and in a few years they will be happy to have virtual assistants and AI software workers for them,
Yeah.
because there will not be enough people to do the work in IT, for example.
Yeah. So it will be a competition factor. Yeah. Those companies
Absolutely.
which react now, they will be ahead of the competition for the coming years.
Yeah, I think it's the same as with cloud a few years ago. The early adopters of cloud are now happy. They have their cloud set. They can now use AI. Those companies who resisted to the change are now slow paced. They can't use AI. And I think here history repeats.
I think that was a good final statement. Thank you very much, Robin, for your time and more importantly, having you as an expert on AIX. I'm first of all looking forward to see your course. I'm looking forward to more courses of you. And also, if any one of you wants to book Robin, as you've heard, he's a consultant, so you can also book him or his company directly via AIX. So very happy to have you here, Robin.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you for the call.
Thank you.